All right, first video of 2025. I'm going to be posting a lot more than I did in 2024. And obviously, title of this video, I'm going to be predicting every UFC champion by the end of 2025. So with that, let's get right into it. Starting off with the flyweight division, I got Alexandre Pantoja. I just think he's too well-rounded. No one's going to beat him at the state he's at. But I do think they're going to give him Kai Kara-France first. And I do think that would be his hardest title defense. Kai Kara-France is very good, very well-rounded. But Pantoja just has all the skills to beat everyone at 125. I mean, there's nothing he's bad at. He's really good at everything. Obviously, he's getting a little older. As long as he doesn't show any signs of getting rusty or washed, there's no one that beats him. And based on what we've seen, he's at the peak. He's at his prime right now. I mean, the way he just finished Kaya and the run that he's at right now, no one's going to beat Pantoja. So, yeah, I'm going him for the 20. Then for Bantamweight, I got Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, this one's a toss-up. Really hard to pick. But I think he beats Merab in a very close decision. I think it could go either way. I would not be surprised if Merab wins. I'm not going to be surprised if Umar wins. But if I had to pick one, I have to go Umar. I mean, especially if Khabib in his corner. It's just going to be so hard to beat him. Umar is just a little more well-rounded. I think he's going to do just enough to get the job done. And obviously, Umar will fight again to defend it. He might fight Merab again. Or he might fight someone like O'Malley or Peter Yan. And I think the Peter Yan fight would be very interesting. He would kill O'Malley. But it'd be really interesting to see who he fights. Merab and Peter Yan will obviously be his biggest threats. But at the state he's at, especially with Khabib in his corner, I don't think anyone's beating Umar. So I got to go. For featherweight, I got Ilia Topuria. Yeah, no one's beating Ilia. He's the best boxer in the UFC. One of the best strikers in the UFC. Great grappler. Yeah, I think he should defend it against Mosvar in Spain. And Mosvar's a good grappler. He's a decent striker. But come on, he's not Ilia's level. Ilia should be able to handle him relatively easily. Not much trouble. He might rematch Volk. I would hate to see that happen. Volk is one of my favorite fighters, and Volk's on a 2-fight losing streak, and the state he's at, I just think he'll get chinned again. Don't want to see that happen. He also could fight Lopez. I mean, that'd be an interesting fight, but Lopez, I just don't think he's on his level either. But yeah, Ili's just at his prime peak right now. I mean, there's no one beating him at 145. So, not that hard of a decision. I'm going Ilia for the 2020. That's where it gets interesting. We got lightweight division. I am going Islam Makhachev. I think he's the best fighter in the UFC. I think he will beat Arman with a little bit more difficulty than people think he'll beat him, but I do think he will. Arman's good, but Ilya's Islam will do enough. I think he'll be a decision. It could get a finish, but I doubt it will. And after that, I think he's going to have another long layoff, and he'll fight at the end of the year in the mega fight against Ilia Topuria. They're going to set it up, and I think Islam wins. I mean, I think they're literally the best fighters in the UFC. But if I had to pick one, I do think that fight's 50-50, but if I had to pick one, I got to go Islam, and that'd be the best fight of the year, along with another one. They'll get into it. So I got to go Islam. It'll be super interesting. I really hope that's what happens this year based off his fights, but if it doesn't, it's all right. I'm going for welterweight. I got Bilal Muhammad. I think he's also in that top 3 best fighters in the UFC. He's like almost as good as, he's literally as good as Islam, in my opinion. He's so well-rounded. People hate on him, but people don't understand how good he is. He's a very good boxer. He's extremely high pace and pressure. Great grappler. No one's been able to manhandle Leon like that. Not even Usman. And the way he did that, in dominant fashion, no one's beating him. Shavkat Rakhmonov is who he's going to fight next, and he's going to maul Shavkat. Probably get a finish, honestly, because he's just going to drag him into the deep ends and destroy him. But if not, it will go to decision and probably a 50-44, 50-45. And after that, I don't know who he'll fight. The only guys that are a threat to him are Kamaru Usman and Sean Brady. Kamaru Usman, I don't think they're going to have that fight. Usman didn't fight all last year, and Usman is just on a long leg. He's not going to get a title fight, so we don't have to worry about it. I don't even know if he'd be able to stay. He's getting old. He's on 3-fight losing streak. Sean Brady, though, is my only worry. He beat Sean Brady already, but that was his hardest fight, and no one even knows about Sean Brady. Sean Brady's like, oh, he's the guy who lost to Bilal. No. Sean Brady's a great wrestler, pretty decent grappler, great striker who also fights with good pressure. Probably a better boxer than Bilal. I mean, this would be a great fight. And I think Brady's probably the second best guy in welterweight right now. Obviously, people who don't study MMA don't know that. They don't understand that. But I know some people who actually study the game. They know how good Sean Brady is. Super underrated. He's probably the most underrated fighter in the UFC, along with a couple others. And I will make a video off the underrated list. But I got to go Bilal. I still think Bilal would be in a rematch. But I do think Brady would be his biggest match. I'm going for middleweight. This is a toss-up, but I got Dricus du Plessis. This guy's just too good. I think he's going to beat Strickland relatively easily. I'm surprised UFC set that fight up. It was the right choice. They should have gave Strickland the rematch because it was very close for his fight. But at this point, Dracus keeps improving. Strickland just comes out with that same form. Dracus knows what's coming. I think he might even get a finish this time, but Dracus wins, probably in decision, relatively easily without much trouble. And then he'll fight one more time, probably against Khamzat, and that's going to be probably fight of the year, maybe. One of the best fights. There's so many good fights that we could see twice. I cannot wait. But I think Khamzat both fighters are capable of winning easily. But I think Dracus, just his heart and will to outwork his opponents, is going to keep getting him wins. I think Khamzat's going to come in, get a takedown, and I don't think he's going to submit Dracus. I think Dracus is too much work in the grappling. And I think he's just going to find a way. I think he'll even get up. This is the first person I think will get up at the first round. And Khamzat's going to shoot again, maybe take him down. You guys are going to be so surprised on how good Dracus is after this. But I think after that, Dracus is going to be Khamzat's going to go down, Dracus is going to go up, and Dracus is going to drown him, take him down, outwork him, and probably get a finish, third or fourth round. That's what I really think. Obviously, Khamzat could easily win, wouldn't be surprised. But if I'm going Dracus, I just think his heart and will is going to keep carrying forward. For light heavyweight, this is my hard decision, but I'm going Magomed Ankalaev. I think the UFC actually has to make that fight. I mean, Pereira's already not fought him. He should have fought him a long time ago, and they still haven't made it. And now I heard he's not going to fight him again. But if I'm Dana White, you make that fight next. And I think that fight is 50-50. But Ankalaev has the tools to win. I think he will win. Ankalaev doesn't... I don't think he'll even grapple with him in the first fight if they did. I think Ankalaev, they're going to strike. Pereira's probably going to be on that out. He's going to outstrike him. It's going to get to like third or fourth round. He's down on the scorecard. It's still pretty competitive. No one's really fatigued. His leg's a little bruised up, body's a little bit, but he's fine. Ankalaev's got a lot of durability. Pereira's been hit a little bit too. Been a good striking match, but Ankalaev is going to catch him missing, and he's going to chin him. I think he's never felt the power of Ankalaev, and Ankalaev will catch him. I think he'll knock him out. And this is not even, he didn't have to grapple. He can grapple if he wants. He has grappling. It's not great, but we haven't seen it in a while too. He has great takedown defense. Doesn't have to worry about any takedowns from Pereira. I just think Ankalaev is more well-rounded. He has the tools to win. I think Pereira could win. I would not be surprised if he won. But Pereira's getting older. Eventually, he's going to run out of steam. He's fighting so much. I'm going Ankalaev. And I do think they will rematch in, like, probably Abu Dhabi at the end of the year. And I think Ankalaev will win again. At that time, I think he will implement grappling. He's going to have to, because Pereira's going to be hungry for that belt back. And I just think Ankalaev wins again. Then again, Pereira could win, but I'm going with the smarter choice. I think Ankalaev just has the tools to win. Obviously, a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but that's what I'm... Then for the heavyweight division, I got Tom Aspinall. I honestly think that he's going to fight only one time this year, and it's going to be against John Jones, probably UFC International Fight Week. It's probably going to be the best fight of the year, along with Islam Ely, if it happens. Hopefully, we get at least one of those fights. But yeah, I think that fight's also 50-50, but if I had to pick one, I'm going Tom Aspinall. I think John just doesn't fight enough. He's a little older. Tom's at his prime, younger, sharper, better striker, faster, better boxer, cleaner. Well, actually, cleaning, I don't know about being cleaner, but it is close. John, here's the difference. When Stipe was landing some shots on John, John was easily able to get out of the way before he took any real damage because Stipe is slow and old. If Tom hits him with a clean combo and John tries to run away with that little form he does, he's going to continue to get hit with a barrage. Tom's sloppy, and people think this is different. This is a good advantage. When John's running away and getting hit, he's going to like to get hit. He's going to keep coming at him. He's going to land more shots. He's going to drop him, and he's probably going to finish him. And people say, what about the grappling? No. Tom has many, so he's submitted Dagestani, he's submitted Volkov, he's submitted that Argosfi dude. He submitted 2 wrestlers. He can submit others if he wants. He just doesn't have to. I do think this is the only fight where Tom could get sent to deep waters. And I don't think it will affect him that much. He's probably got good cardio. You can see how fast he is. He's in good shape. I'm going Tom Aspinall. I think John could win. He's a decent striker, but not on the level of Tom Aspinall. Probably. I think it'll be pretty even, though. All I know is Tom's got more power, and I think he can clip him and knock him out. And I don't think John will have much success in the grappling. He might control him a little bit, but honestly, we could see Tom take him down, too. It's a very close fight, but I have to go Tom. And I honestly don't think they'll fight again. John might retire after that. But maybe we could see it, but my prediction will only see it once, so yeah, I'm going. So that is my picks for the champions at the end of 2025 for UFC. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot more. And I've decided I'm going to start live streaming on YouTube, not Twitch. So stay tuned for that. I'll be going live for every single event, probably every fight of every event. I want to do long live streams. Hope y'all can join. Make sure to turn on notifications too. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.